Angry Birds 2 isn't a bad movie, but the real highlight happens before the film even starts. I'm Adamic, here to tell you all about it. But first, hit that little subscribe and check ADAMICradio.com for more reviews, interviews, and other fun stuff. And now, Angry Birds 2. Like I said, it's not a bad movie. I believe it's probably a better movie than the first Angry Birds from 2016. I honestly don't remember a lot about the first Angry Birds movie, except I remember thinking that it was forgettable. So, I did not forget that it was forgettable, and that's all I remember about it. Angry Birds 2 seems to do a little better than the first one, but the real highlight happens before Angry Birds 2. See, there's an animated short that's playing with Angry Birds 2, and while the Angry Birds movie, it isn't terrible, the short's just so much better. It's just on a different level. The short's called Hair Love. It's about a young African-American girl who's trying to get her dad to do her hair. The dad, a loving father, but he just doesn't get girl hair. So he struggles with it. It gets pretty funny until you get to the emotional, bittersweet ending. I was actually tearing up a little. Great animated short. The guy who wrote it used to be a football player, Matthew Cherry. He's done a couple small independent films. He funded this one on Kickstarter 2 years ago. He was just trying to get $75,000 to produce it, and so many people fell in love with his story that it ended up breaking the funding record on Kickstarter, brought in almost $300,000. Now that Sony is showing the short with Angry Birds 2, it's going to be eligible for an Oscar nomination, which hopefully it gets. Make sure you're not late to the theater so you can check this out. Of course, after Hair Love, well, there's Angry Birds 2, the headliner in this case. Red is now a revered hero on Bird Island after saving the birds from the pigs in the first movie. The birds and the pigs, they still don't really like each other, but they suddenly have to put their differences aside and team up. And they realize that they're both being attacked by the inhabitants of a mysterious third island. There's some funny and cute moments. Nothing that really stands out too much. The film tries to be smarter than it probably should. The opening scenes of Red as a hero, they kind of seem to parody political figures who are worshipped thanks to propaganda, seemingly poking fun at maybe North Korea. However, the same movie seems to be pretty forgiving about attempted genocide. It's a kids' movie, so you probably can't go too far with that. The writers also get into some self-deprecating humor as they work in some elements of the Angry Birds video games to laugh at. You may have some fun with some of the cameo appearances in the film. Nicki Minaj, Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones, YouTube celebrity JoJo Siwa, Tiffany Haddish. There's a new Kesha song. I don't think she voices any of the characters in the film, though. Now, the main characters are voiced by Jason Sudeikis, Josh Gad, Danny McBride, Bill Hader, Rachel Bloom, and Leslie Jones. All in all, this isn't a bad movie, and considering it's based on a one-dimensional fad video game that came out 10 years ago and is now past its prime, it's kind of amazing they were able to get this much out of the concept. Is it the next Toy Story? Absolutely not. Is Angry Birds 2 a decent way to spend the afternoon? Sure. No, you really don't have to see the first movie to understand this one. Don't go out and see it. Like I said, the first one's kind of forgettable. This one's a better one. 3 out of 5 stars. And the short before Angry Birds 2, Hair Love, well, that one's probably like 4.5 out of 5 stars. So that's a good animated little short there. That's going to do it for Hair Love and Angry Birds 2. Tell me what you think in the comments, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I'm Adamic. See you later. Bye-bye.